Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 70 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Don't worry, it's not the end. Even though season 3 was 70 episodes long, this one is not wrapping up just yet. Still have lots to do this season, more so because version 1.3 of Minecraft isn't out yet, at least as the time of recording this video. I don't know when it's going to actually come out. And there's probably a lot of work to do on the mods still. So those of you who might be wondering if this is the last episode, it most definitely is not. I mean, dude, Enderman? No, still have time. So anyway, last episode I built this cool nuclear reactor. It's currently got a hull heat of 0, which means it completely cooled off from the last time I was working with it. And down here I had my MFE, and I basically determined that it takes 30 seconds for this MFE, fully charged, to redeploy its energy out to all the Tesla coils I've got in my mob spawner. 30 seconds is a long time and not something I'm terribly pleased with, so I'm going to go spend 6 diamonds and upgrade this MFE to a MFSU. Now I'm about to do something that's going to make all of you out there who are a little OCD, I apologize, Tog, a little unhappy, but I'm going to pick up my MFE regardless of the fact that it has a little bit of power in there. Yep, I'm wasting this energy. Say goodbye. 400 and something thousand energy units. That's okay. My nuclear reactor can create about 14 million per cycle, so I've barely scratched the surface of what these uranium cells can hold, and wasting a little bit of energy is not a big deal. It also saves me the diamonds of creating another MFE, which I'm going to have to make anyway to create an MFSU. So now that I've popped over into my overworld, why don't I get ready to craft up an MFSU out of the components that I'm about to grab out of my chests. Alright guys, got a lot of the components I need, went out and harvested some more rubber from my rubber trees, and I'm just going to pull it out. It goes into your forester's backpack, in case you guys didn't notice that. I should maybe even dump this thing out. I've got so much junk in here. Go. Get distributed. So I'm going to need some more rubber, and I figured, you know what, if I'm going to be spending the time processing all this rubber anyway, yeah, why don't I just do this, this. If I'm going to be processing all this rubber anyway, I might as well upgrade my extractor. So let's get our rubber extractor electric tree tap thingy put away, get our electric wrench out, pick up our machine. Oh yeah, you really fell far, didn't you? Super rude. There it is. Alright, so let's get back up here. We'll grab the 7 of these things that I need. And you can see I already made ahead of time. That should be good. The advanced machine block. I was going to use that for my MFSU, but might as well just use it here to get, dun 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 dun, the centrifuge extractor. Woot. Placing this guy right here. The recipe here should still work. So this thing should still connect. Water cell becomes coolant cell. And this thing's going to speed up as well. So the centrifuge extractor will speed up. The nice thing about the centrifuge extractor is it has 3 output slots, as opposed to the 1 that the regular extractor had. And you'll need 3 output slots if you put a full stack of sticky resin in there. So that's going to be pretty cool. Once it gets up to speed, it's really going to start processing this quickly, which will be good. All right, I'll be back in a few. Oh yeah, it's already speeding up a little bit, and you can tell, a bunch of cool stuff. And like I said, nice. Alright, just requested an electronic circuit here. Let's go watch all these items flowing all over the system. I always love that. Rubber going everywhere, copper, refined iron, some redstone going all over the place. So cool. And we should find up here some of these coming out. So let's put together our 6 diamonds. I could just grab the stack of redstone. That ought to do for the 6 of these guys that I'm going to need. And then I need lapis, don't I? Right. So I forgot to request lapis. I'll put the excess redstone away, right into there. Cool. And request some lapis. I'm going to need about 36 of them. Sounds about right. I'll be back when it all arrives. Alright, let's see if I properly have everything I need at this point. So I should have some machine blocks. Advanced machine block. Then I need to get my lapis. Set up like that with my circuits. Where'd y'all go? There they are. And then Lapitron crystals. So cool. Complicated machine to make, but you know, it works. And then an MFE, an advanced machine block, an advanced circuit, and all the Lapo crystals go into the sorting or the crafting table here to get my MFSU. Awesome. Complex build, but always worth it. Alright, I'm going to head to the new mob grinder age, hook up the MFSU, and I don't want to forget, oh yeah, definitely don't want to forget, back here. Do I have any copper cabling laying around in this chest? I think I saw some. I do. I need an MV transformer. Remember, an MV transformer is pretty important. Otherwise, I'll blow up all my stuff, and that would not be any way fun. So the MV transformer is going to scale down the energy output of the MFSU from 512 to a nice, comfortable 128. But that's alright, because it'll still go at 512 EU per tick, but it'll be in separate packets of 128 each. So that's going to be important. And speaking of EU, looks like I can't run fast anymore. This guy drained out. So I'm going to go fill that up off camera and then head to the mob grinder. Alright, here we go. Fully charged armor. Let's drop down here and reconnect up my MFSU. So remember, MV transformer goes down the line first. So I should probably do something like this. Okay, so remember the triple dot side is where the high power is coming in, and the single dot sides is where all the lower stuff will go. So this will go from high voltage coming in here to medium voltage going all the way around. You can, if you want to upscale, apply a redstone signal, and it'll kind of reverse what I just said. And here is pretty much where I want my thingy here to go. So the MFSU, 512 energy units per tick coming out of here, will go through these blocks and charge up all the Tesla coils. So that should be pretty neat. Next step, of course, activate nuclear reactor. Close the door, reactor on. I should make some signs. There we go, reactor on. Ta-da! No explosions is a good sound. Right down here, MFSU is filling up with power. Awesome. So I'll just let that reactor run for a bit, because, I mean, you know, we've got plenty of juice here. We want it to all flow in. And then in a few minutes, once the reactor has fully charged this thing, or not fully charged, but charged him well enough, I will turn off the lights, close up this little wall, and hopefully get a lot of mobs to spawn. In the meantime, I think I'd like to go, I don't know, somewhere else. I'm thinking like right through here. Maybe I want to move my overworld linking book. Might not be bad. Want to make sure to pick it up if it drops. There we go. Put this guy in the corner. This way I can have a doorway right through here. You should note that mobs won't spawn if you're relatively close by. So if I want this whole room to fill up, your best bet is to travel a little bit of a distance out. I'm thinking I should just grab my, while I'm waiting for that charge up to happen, get my Mercurial Eye and get this thing ready to go. So I'm just going to expand out in this direction and be back. Yeah, that ought to do. So if I want to get nice and far away from this room, I just run down this hallway I just created. No big deal. Now I'm far away, and it's plenty of distance for the mobs to spawn. Might even want to make it a little further, but I think for now that's good. Yeah, that'll work out just fine. How's the charge up going, guys? Doing alright down there? Oh yeah, plenty fine. So now we should be able to kill things even faster in this room, because fast killing is what I'm all about. So high voltage Tesla coils are off, turn the lights off, and now we should start seeing some mobs spawn. Dun dun dun. Which is why, by the way, you know, when you're standing right here in the doorway, you don't see them spawn right away. And if you do see them, they'll be further away from you, because mobs don't spawn within a certain number of blocks from the player. Okay, I'm going to stand over here, wait a few minutes, and wait for them to spawn up. By the way, see that number, the letter capital E in the top left corner, up here? That's the number of enemies or entities, I believe, like, you know, living things within your range is the first number that you can see, and the second number is total on the map. So when I turn around, I can't see any, but when I turn this way, there's a total number shown there. So if you really want to see a good idea of how many mobs have spawned, go ahead and keep an eye on that. See? Now if I run around back and forth here, you can see one or two are dying off and some more are showing up. So we've got about 30, 40 at the moment, and if I turn the lights on, ta-da, we should see about 42 enemies in there. Whoa boy, that's a lot. Let's go, Tesla coil. Oh yeah, even got some Enderman. Nice. Take that, Enderman. Whoa, I'm a little close to the Tesla coils. Enderman back there getting zapped. Cool. Let's turn off the system and see how long it takes to discharge all the EU here from the MFSU. Oh yeah, it's still filling up from the nuclear reactor. Good. So it probably filled up most of these things already. Better eat because having low health is not good. Yep. 59. Not 59 entities on here. That's weird. Oh, you know what? That might be items laying on the ground. Oh yeah, that's items, too. It includes items. So entities in total will include items laying on the ground. Alright, that makes sense. I was going to say, wait a second, what are you talking about? There we go, so I picked up everything but one item. Probably missed it somewhere while I was zipping around here. No problem. Cool. So let's store all this away and then move on. So MFSU's charging back up. My Tesla coils did a good job. Now, let's talk about how many items we can collect from this room, or how we're going to collect items from this room. Good question. Let me think that over. Alright, so I've done a lot with the floor in this room, but not so much with the roof. And that's why it's time to put some items on the roof that'll collect all the items in this room for me. Now you guys have seen quite a few items in my time that automatically collect stuff from a room. You can put a black hole band in an alchemical chest or onto a dark matter pedestal. You haven't seen dark matter pedestals yet this season, but you've seen them in Season 3. But none of those really have the range of the item I'm about to craft. There's a new item from one of my newer mods that really pulls in items from a good long range. I calculated it pulls around 15 blocks away. So yeah, serious business. I'm going to get ready to start doing that now. But the basic plan here is hopefully to wind up having something here on the ceiling that's going to pull items in, deposit them in a chest, maybe can be turned off with a redstone signal. We'll figure it out. Don't worry, we'll have fun. Let's go craft what we need to do. Look at me, I'm in the age of magic. Hope you weren't surprised that I'm using Thaumcraft for this. I'm going to need a couple air seals, probably about 3 of them, and I guess I'll need about 6 dark seals. So let's get 6 of you and 3 of you. Need only 3 of you, I lied. And what was the other thing? Nitor I think I need for this? Yeah. Let's go cook up some dark seals. Dun 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 dum. There it comes. Yep, runic essences of darkness. Cool. So 3 air, right? 6 dark. Yes, I think that's right. Okay. And then I need 3 seals, the runic seals that go on there. What was the recipe on that again? Alright, I believe it was just redstone and gold, right? Is that about right? Well, it's doing something. Yep, arcane seal. So let's test this guy out real quick. I'll do it here in this age, just to show you guys what my basic concept's going to be, and then I'll bring you over to the other age there and show you how it works, or how it's going to work, I hope, if everything goes well. Let's get my wand of reversal here, just ready in case. So, you know what? No, I'm not going to test it here. I'll test it over in the overworld, or in the actual dimension that I'm going to be in. So I'll meet you back in the mob grinder dimension. Alright, so let's go give this a try. I'm going to need some arcane seals, some runic essences of air and dark. That ought to do. And I mapped it out to place them here. So let's do that. Now I did that because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks from here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks from here. Remember I said it had a range of about 15 blocks. So this should be overkill if I did my math correctly and mapped out how everything worked. It should be overkill, but we'll find out pretty soon when I test this. So what I'm placing is my runes down, and then it's air, dark, dark is the suction rune. And that will suck items up and deposit them in a nearby chest. That's exactly what the rune says. Let's even grab our crystal ball, just to, you know, teach it to the crystal ball thing here. I don't, huh? There we go. This seal sucks nearby items towards itself and places them inside a container located within 2 blocks. Okay, really good to know. I didn't know about the 2 blocks thing, and that is going to make it even easier for me. So what I need is 3 containers. Cool, 3 chests. Alright, let's go upstairs and try it out. So basically, if I were to go up here... Okay, now my arcane seal should be there, right? That is correct. Okay, so if I put my chest here, this should work. Okay, you ready? Let's find out if I'm right about that. All I have to do is drop a piece of cobble on the ground. Oh, look at it go. Sweet. And it should be landing in the chest. Ta-da! Cobble lands in chest. Perfect. So, now the question is, if I drop it like here... Alright, you're not reaching. You should be reaching. Alright, this block it reaches on, this one it doesn't? Come on. Not fair. So close to being close. So I'm short by like 1 row. So I guess that means it's not going to reach all the way over here either, is it? That's really close, though, to covering the whole room. Wow, super close. What about this block here? Nope, here? Okay, yeah. So, looks like this guy's in a pretty decent spot. Now, if I make this guy an air, and let's do them all. Let's get them all going real quick. So, air, air, dark, 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 dark. I'm debating right now whether or not I want to care that I'm missing that one little block. It's going to drive me a little crazy, I'm sure, but let's see what happens. I just want to make sure that, you know, these guys, number one, don't fight over blocks. Oh, they do. They fight. Ha! Look at that. Alright, so now I'm really going to have to think this over, because I want to make sure that they don't fight over the items they're trying to suck in. Because that, if these guys too close like that, are going to just cause a problem. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's awesome to see. But, you know, items that drop on the ground here might get sucked into this little middle ground. So... give me a few. Alright, so like most runes, I can disable them with a redstone signal. So let's see what happens if I drop some items here. Alright, here and here are in the suction zones, but this one is not. So this whole line here probably can't be sucked up. But this one can, as far as here. Yep. Alright, so... pretty much it's the exact middle of the room and then the outer edges on the sides, left and right. But here should be good. It'll go over to that side. So this whole row should be cool. This row is not. I can't believe this room's like just a little bit too big. That's hilarious. I wonder if I lowered these. Ooh, now that's an idea. I could lower them. Let me think about that for a minute. So I'm just lowering this guy real quick. Get the cobble out of here. And we'll put the air dark dark on, courtesy of my wand of reversal. Now, you probably won't be able to suck the items into a nearby chest, is what I would imagine, right? Nope. See, he can't get into the chest because the chest is too far away. So let's get out of here. And put the chest directly on top of this block, is probably what's going to have to happen. I don't know if I love that or not, because I really kind of wanted to have an on-off switch for this, but oh well, we'll see what happens. Alright, let's try this again. Should get sucked into the chest. The chest's 2 blocks away, dude. Come on. Don't do that to me. You should be working. Alright. Next plan. 2 blocks away, huh? I think the rune is on the other side of the block, so I'm actually going to have to put the chest here. Not the end of the world, but now we should be cool. Ta-da! Good. Now let's test the range on this guy. Can you suck in from over here? Oh, I really thought that would make a difference, but I guess it's not so much, huh? I thought by being lower it would be closer. Okay. Interesting. So, reverse that. Alright guys, I think I have a little bit of a solution here. I'll be back. Alright, just hanging out in the age of magic here for a few minutes. I wanted to get this guy combined with these guys, get myself some more air essences. You see I've got a handful of arcane seals, and now a handful of air essences. And I'll meet you back now in my mob spawner room. Alright guys, so you ready for this? I think I've got what I need now. I'm thinking some air seals, just one air, ought to do it. So check this out. If I just put an air seal right here with just one air on it, watch what happens when items are on the ground. Ready? Okay, so remember, here is where items wouldn't get picked up. So imagine an item landed here. Whoosh, it gets blown away and then sucked up into that thing. Cool. I figured out the range on these guys, and the optimal way to separate these is 7 blocks apart. So all I really need to do is have one here, and it should also start blowing that block that I just blocked up. See? And he'll start getting sucked up by that thing. Ha! That's going to be cool. So again, 7 blocks apart, just one air essence, and it should blow everything in. So let's try it out now. Okay? So all the items should get sucked up. But that thing's not turned on. So let's get that thing back up and running. Up here. Oh boy. I think I forgot one thing. That's right. Air. Dark, dark. Perfect. Alright, so you ready to test this? I should be able to now just kind of drop items anywhere along this line, and they should instantly get blown away by these blocks, and then get sucked up into there. Nice. Am I over-engineering this a little bit? Totally, but it's fun. I mean, at this point, I'm really just having a blast. Pun intended. So now we should be good. The only concern still is this block right here. And for that, I think some air seals here ought to do the trick. Okay, that guy there, and maybe an air seal here. That's going to push them into the middle there, isn't it? You know what? That should be alright. But I guess if an item lands right here, or maybe in these spots. So do I want another one right in the middle here to help push it away? I think I probably should, huh? Alright. I got myself one more air seal. Let's do this and this. Right in the middle here. Should really... Oh, didn't want 2 of those on there. Where's my wand of reversal? Aw, I lost the air thingy. Oh well. Grabbed 2 by mistake. So now, any blocks that land anywhere near here, these guys should be doing a pretty good job of pushing this away. Cool. Yep. I think that'll work pretty well. There's only 1 or 2 blocks in this room that might not manage to pull or push the items in the right direction. Yeah, so if they land like perfectly in this block right here, I thought you guys would push that from that range, but I guess not. I had kind of tested it. Oh well. Close enough. There's only like 1 or 2 blocks in the room that the items won't get pushed around in. I think that's fine. Alright, now let's go set up a lever for these things. Alright, ran out to the overworld real quick, got the remaining red alloy ingots that I had. Gonna need a lot of redstone wiring, again, for this whole part. That ought to do, hopefully. Might not even be enough, to be honest with you. But we'll find out pretty soon. So, I should be able to go up here, and again, applying a redstone signal to these blocks should disable the runes on them, right? So if I run a wire like so, and I might even want to do this like a little bit of a shortcut method. That looks good, right? I'll have to figure out where I want the wiring to be for this. Maybe on this side of the wall. Ooh, I could have like my item collection lever right over here. That would be neat. Alright, so let's say right here, opposite this one. So, or maybe opposite the kill one. Yeah, opposite the kill one is what makes the most sense to me, I think. We'll want to have a label for it. Okay. Item vacuum system. Cool. Magic. Alright. So, run some redstone wiring up here, like so. And remember, applying a redstone signal to this stuff is what's going to disable it. So now, if we try this, trying to fly through that small little thing is difficult. Alright, turn that off, and the items should still get pushed around down here, right? But they won't get sucked up into the ceiling, at least in so much as when I turn on this lever. So let's give it a shot. Flip the lever on, and it should vacuum up all the items into the chests above. Cool. Now I want to run wiring for the sides of this thing because I want to make sure that my, little things on the side there don't run off and, get turned on when they don't need to be. So right here is where that's going to need to be. I'm just marking all these, don't mind me. Cool. Back outside. I should now be able to run these guys down to here. And then I can cover up the walls again as I'm doing this. So the next few minutes will be me doing this, and I'll be back. Maybe I just want to run this straight along here. I think that's the best way to do it. Probably use way less wire doing it that way. Cool. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, you ready to give it a test? I'm excited. Alright, I cleared out all the chests. This signal is on, keeping the item suction system offline. Okay, so right now items shouldn't be getting sucked and pushed around anywhere. See? No pushing of items. These things will push enemies, by the way. Just if you care. The little ones on the side. I'm going to close up the door, turn off the lights, and hopefully we'll see if a bunch of entities spawn. Already got a handful. 4, 5. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, looks like there's about 42 enemies in there. That sounds like a good time to turn on the lights. Activate my little thing, look inside. Oh yeah, lots of bad guys. You ready to watch them die? I personally am. Danger, high voltage. Let's do this. Oh boy, getting attacked. Die, all of you. Nice. Now, there should be a bunch of items in there, right? Yep, a good number. I want to go flying in. Just real quick. Look at all the goodies all strewn about here. Oh yeah, most of them, of course, are in the back of the room, as you might expect. But let's go turn on our vacuum suction system. Ha! Sweet. Oh, this thing's pushing these away. Alright, good to know. Not a big deal. But there might be one or two little, areas in this room where it's going to be a problem. So I should disable this guy and pull this thing off, because I don't need him up here anymore. So I'm just going to get rid of you. You weren't needed at all. And you. Go ahead. That's fine. You can get sucked up into the ceiling. Alright, item suction system goes offline now. Cool. Everything turned off. We can go upstairs and check our loots. Hey, coolness. Remember I said most of the stuff's going to be up here. Yeah, see? Most of it landed up in this chest. Perfect. I don't need this chest anymore. Because remember, he wasn't necessary. Alright, next. Back in the overworld, I'd like to make a timer real quick at my little, creation bench thingy that I've got here. Bump, 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 bump. Let's make at least one, but I'm going to grab 2 just to be safe. Maybe even 3. Can't hurt. I'll have some excess on my inventory here. That's fine. I will put away some items. Maybe miscellaneous junk can have this chest. And what I want to do is then get some pneumatic tubing. Gonna need a good amount of this stuff. Only got 13 of them at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than that. So let's get some brass. 8. Let's do that much. Where's my crafting table? Okay. 56? Probably enough. And I'm going to request some redstone too. Maybe I'll just grab it out of here. Easy enough to get a stack. It'll refill from here. Alright, I'll be back in a minute once I'm sure I have everything I need. Alright guys, so I've got some red doped wafers here, and you can see I was looking up the recipe for the filter. I needed to remember it off the top of my head there. It did not happen. So, recipe it was. So I'm going to grab some filters here. Filters are cool because they pull out a stack at a time, not an item at a time on each tick. So let's get some timers ready. And how am I for the redstone stuff? Yeah, there we go, marble. That's good. We have plenty. So back over to the mob grinder age. And what I should be able to then do is the following. Dun, 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 bum, bum. Let's run filters. Where do I want them to be? Could have them here and then run them over there. That doesn't sound fun. Could have them on top. Top might be cool. Sonic screwdriver. Sonic, Sonic, Sonic. There we go. That might be cool. And remember, like I said, filters pull out the top, or pull out specific items. You tell it what you want it to pull, but if you leave it empty, it'll pull a stack at a time of anything. And then what I want is probably some redstone pneumatic tubing. Maybe that many? I don't know, random guess. So close. Let's just grab a few more. Alright, and then I can run the rest over down to this room. So if I run this over to here, yeah, this will work. This is what I want to have happen. Redstone wiring, I think I've got one in here. No. I do want this here, but I need a strip, I think. Like that. Okay, and then you can run here to my timer, which I will in fact run like this. Cool. But if I set this thing up like so, ta-da! Now when my system is enabled, or when it's powered off basically, and it's not sucking, then the timer is off. Okay, so we'll set the interval to 1 second, so it's nice and quick. Maybe even like half a second. Should pull a lot of items out at a lot of the time. Okay, then when it's, the power is off, which means the sucking is turned on, the timer is also turned on, which will pull items out of the chests. Now right now the filters are jammed, you can see, because they had nowhere to put their items. I can't open the chests to check them out, which is kind of a side effect of putting the filters on top. I'm not going to worry about that. So let's run down here and figure out where that alchemical chest is. I was so close. Ta-da! Items should start going. Now remember, we want this guy off so that he can pull items out all the time. Cool. I like it. So as long as my item sucking system is turned off, all my items should filter out and wind their way over down here into my alchemical chest. Double, secret, triple awesomeness. Alright, let's cover up the wall again, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, this is Direwolf 20's nuclear-powered, Tesla coil killing, mob spawning, trapping awesome system with Thaumcraft, suction and power, red power 2 filters to pull items and collect them into this alchemical chest in my Mystcraft Void Age. Alright, I couldn't have had more mods crammed into this age than I currently do. Let's try it out. So, full start. We want to first look inside the room and see that first off we've got the lights are on, Tesla coils that kill everything for me are currently disabled, and the air items that push items around are also currently disabled. Okay, when I turn on my lever over here, it'll turn off the lights. That would be the time when mobs spawn. Turning the lever back on turns all the lights back on. This lever here controls the Tesla coils, which will kill everything when the lever's turned on. Stay away from the room when that happens. And then this item here is the magic item vacuum system. What that does is when you have items all over the ground like so, your magic item vacuum system sucks them up into chests on the roof that then get sucked up into red power pneumatic tubes, pulled out and into a pneumatic tube system that lands in this alchemical chest. Ha! Let's try it out. So I am going to simply close up the wall right now, and I might have something to do like a frame door or something here so I can close it later by itself. Lights are off, and we can see that the number of entities will quickly go up. The top left number, the giant capital E, that's currently 1 out of 3. Is telling you how many entities have spawned so far. Now we've got up to 7, that's pretty much mostly enemies, and 8, and I'll be back in a minute once it's gone up to a high number. Alright, short time later, we've got about 45 entities in this room. We can take a peek in there if we want with our portable hole. Remember, mobs can't see you through the portable hole, and they can't attack you. Look at all the bad guys in there. Let's kill them by first turning on our lights, which prevents more mobs from spawning. Oh, we're up to 53 entities. Look at them all. Tons of bad guys. Alright, then activate the Tesla coil. Boom. Tesla coil will pretty much instantly kill anything, including you if you get a little too close to the door there. Even the Endermen are getting some damage. Cool. Alright, now we've got about 69 items hanging out inside that room. We can go flying through here real quick once I disable the high voltage. Power off. Don't go into this room with the high voltage on. Not cool. Oh yeah, look at all the good items that dropped. Let's collect them in our mob collection system using the vacuum power of Thaumcraft. Ready? Go! Whoosh! All the items are flowing upwards into the sky. So cool to watch that happen. After a few seconds, pretty much everything in the room is collected. There's 1 or 2 dead zones where items can't get out of. They pretty much hang out in those few areas, but it's a very small number of items that you'll miss. If you really want to be efficient about it, you could add more air seals. And then we can turn off the magic item vacuum system. Everything will pretty much disable itself. And if we check over here, a lot of our items should have shown up in our chest. Oh yeah, look at all the goodies flowing in from our filters. Awesome. And that is pretty much that. And you know what, guys? It was bothering me just a little bit that I couldn't see inside these chests. So, there is one chest in the game, as far as I know of, in the mods, that you can open when it's underneath another block, and that's the alchemical chest. It's not restricted like the regular chests are. So, using alchemical chests here, of course it's a little expensive, but, you know, what can I say? That chest will probably flow out in that direction there. Cool. I dub thee done. Alright, I'm not going to call it done yet. I want to do one more thing. I put some glass here in place of the marble, and I'm thinking maybe... how's this going to look when I walk in here? Yeah, that'll work. So this will be my little control room, and maybe some kind of iron door? Iron door sounds like it would be appropriate for this thing. So 6 pieces of iron, please. Iron door can go down, and of course I'm going to need a lever to get in and out of there. Maybe not a lever. That's not going to work. I did kind of want to close the door behind me. Could make it a push button and then a platform like to step on. Yeah, let's do that. Do I have any smooth stone in here anywhere? Of course I don't. Alright, gonna go to the overworld, get some smooth stone, and try this again. Alright, here goes nothing. Button here. What the? Pressure plate here to get out. Alright, how dark is this room now when I turn the lights off? Pretty darn dark, right? So the door is still letting some light in, but maybe I don't want a door. Maybe I can just use my portable hole here. That might work. More marble? Plenty. Portable hole? That works. See, look at all the bad guys. And they're not going to attack me. Ha! So I'll run away and be right back. I like to watch them die. Alright, a few seconds later, we've got about 40-ish mobs in there. How's it going, everybody? You ready? Lights on. Destruction commence. Everybody dies. Even the Enderman, as appropriate. It's a little too close for me, but that's okay. Turn this off. Suction items in. Come on, how is that not awesome? And then they should all show up through the filters. There they all go. Awesome. And when it's done collecting all its items, I can turn off the suction. And it doesn't, have to be turned off. The suction won't, be a problem. Won't hurt if I leave it on, but it's still just kind of cool. Loving it. I think if I turn the suction back on after it's been off for a few seconds, I'll collect a few more extra items, maybe. Maybe not. Oh well, the few little items that I miss I can go manually pick up. I think it's good. What was the reason I built this mob trap again? Oh right, to get brains. And, maybe ender pearls too. A few other random items. But I'm pretty happy. I already got 13 brains and I've only been messing around for a few minutes here. How's my nuclear reactor doing, by the way? My MFSU is not even close to full. About halfway still. Nuclear reactor over here is doing pretty well. How's my heat doing? Based on my thermometer, and I'm pretty sure we're like way past the wrapping up point, guys. So let me just take the temperature of this thing. Oh, I've got more zombie brains in here. I think I put them in there temporarily. Thermometer, where did I put you? Should be in here. I found it. It was in a chest in the overworld. So yeah, thermometer, how you doing? Heat levels around 3,000-ish. Looks like my uranium cells are doing alright though. I think we're cool. Maybe I should set up some auto shut-off system for this thing. Do I want to do that? Might not be a bad idea. Would probably be appropriate, wouldn't it? I should be able to manage this. Alright, let's take a real quick stab at it, and then we'll wrap up. So this little redstone button up here can change the way this MFSU operates. All I gotta do is click on it, and you can see right now redstone behavior is set to emit if full. So it's going to emit a redstone signal when the MFSU is full. That's pretty much what we want, but we can cycle through the rest to show you. Emit if partially filled. So right now it is partially filled. I need to get a redstone signal actually on the block like that. Partially filled, it's emitting a redstone signal. Emit if empty. Well, not empty. Okay. Do not output energy. We don't want that because we do want it outputting energy. Do not output energy unless full. We do want it outputting energy. Nothing. And emit if full. Not full, so it's not emitting. Alright, cool. Let's sneak up through the flooring here and figure out where I want to run this stuff. So, excuse me, my friend. Gotta borrow you to go up here. And the only reason I'm using insulated cabling right now is because I'm low on red alloy wiring. True story. Alright, how about we run this guy to here. That ought to be good. So then the way it's going to happen is when this guy's full, emit if full, we have a redstone signal that connects over to the thing here and turns it off. You want to test it real quick? Sure, we'll change it to emit if partially full. You ready? As soon as I change it to emit if partially full, it stops filling up. That's because the redstone signal is being emitted and turning off the nuclear reactor. Cool. But I'm going to switch it back to emit if full, because that's what I actually want it to be at. And note that the reactor turned back on and it's filling up its energy again. Perfect. Okay guys, looks like we've hit about the 45-minute mark, so plenty long on this episode already. But one thing I do want to mention for you guys, if you want to, you can turn off the lights in here and just leave the Tesla coils and the air suction thing turned on. It'll continuously collect items for you. It doesn't need to be like, you know, all in one shot like I showed you a minute ago. If you just leave everything on, the Tesla coils use a very small amount of EU over time to pretty much, you know, see, look, a whole bunch of stuff spawned, a whole bunch of them died, items went up into the top thing there. But the, yeah, the way this works is the Tesla coils use a very small amount of energy to, you know, keep like a targeting system online so it can target things. So if they're not shooting anything, it uses very small amounts of EU. Not anything to worry about. And the air suction thing will just push around the enemies. It's not a big deal if it pushes enemies around. They usually die almost instantly. It's probably more efficient just to leave this thing on full time rather than, you know, turning it on and turning the lights on and watching everything die in one shot. But, you know, I just think it's fun watching like 40 mobs die in one hit from the Tesla coils and then watching a bunch of items flow up. So that's why I did it that way. But if you want to just leave it on the whole time, go for it. Anyway, this extremely long episode of Direwolf 20's Let's Play, episode 70, hooray, 70, is going to be available for download coming up pretty darn soon, probably on the forum thread by the time you guys finish watching the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed episode 70. Hope you liked the mob spawner. I'm going to hopefully collect a bunch of zombie brains and then be back to get back to my Thaumcraft world, which, you know, I took a 3 or 4 episode break here to build this place, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out really cool. I really like this area. Alright, I'm proud, I'm happy. I'm going to sign off now, guys, and catch y'all next time in episode 71. It'll officially be the longest Let's Play I've ever done. Take it easy!